Hi everyone, and we go on our DevConnect sessions. And today's session will be dedicated to Publish SDK. We will introduce you the project that is aimed to create smart publishing. We will introduce you it, and during today's session we'll introduce you the very project. We will pass through the key project points. We'll also tell you about the recent updates, and we'll also provide some practical cases. And after the presentation part is accomplished, as usually, we'll have live questions and answer session. So please do not hesitate. Please ask your questions in the comments to this session, and ask them as soon as they appear. We will try to answer all of them immediately. The team is with us today. The Publish engineers are here. They are waiting for your questions, and we'll be glad to provide the necessary information. So let us move on forward and start with the project introduction. So, as you know, and the members who are with us for quite a long time know it, export to PDF existed for a very, very long time. But soon it became clear that our members, existing and potential, require more powerful capabilities, more enhanced opportunities of manipulating with this procedure, and thus in 2017 it became a separate project, and it successfully evolved from just export to smart publishing. In addition to multi-format support, so it supports all the formats supported by ODE itself, it allows to create rich content, multi-page documents, and our members are leveraging the advantages of this SDK. The key points that we should mention. So first of all, it's the possibility to work with all the formats supported by ODE, as it was mentioned, and all those formats may be used as the input for the publishing procedure. Next, it's convenient PDF publishing. It is filled with rich abilities, from simple but effective export features to powerful API that allows to manipulate with what should be actually published. The next item, ODE Publish SDK supports creation of fully customized PDF documents containing 3D model views, 2D drawings and their parts. Additionally, it's possible to have the UI controls and JavaScript scenarios and animations. And additionally, you can create regular PDF files or files with embedded 3D models, or also export some 3D data to PSC stream using the export features. Using PSC API, you are able to work with PSC format files, which is also convenient feature in some cases. And those files, PSC files, can be embedded into PDF documents like 3D views or saved as standalone files. And finally, Publish API allows to create fully customized PDF documents with your own structure and design. So you have everything you need to create, for instance, documentation for manufacturing or construction procedures or workflows. Now, move next, and let's discuss the existing key project points. And let's do it in more details. So, components of Publish SDK. It consists of the following. First, 2D and 3D PDF exports, Publish API, and PSC API. PDF export is probably the most well-known part. As for Publish and PSC API, will provide more details later on. So, one more point to consider. ODE Publish SDK is the part of the overall ODE ecosystem, and that allows to introduce several advantages. For instance, any ODE supported file formats can be published to PDF, for instance, via Visualize API, and the visual representation can be imported to Visualize database, and Visualize database can be published to 2D or 3D PDF. This is the easiest way to get a publish to PDF feature for newly developed ODE products. Understand that it allows you to form a unified workflow and to achieve the necessary result. The same is true for publishing in the cloud, as it uses similar approaches. Next item. More accurate way is a direct publishing from ODE product to PDF, and without intermediate Visualize database, Visualize representation. So, and the key advantage of this approach, of this way of exporting, is more accurate processing of the particular format details, and it can be used in any ODE product to publish to 2D or 3D PDF. And it may be also used as standalone product for creation, rich and smart documentation, or some demos or tutorials, all implemented in PDF, and that's ODE Publish SDK is the only thing you need for it. Next, let's talk about the PDF export. Historically, 2D PDF export publishes ODE products to PDF with the concept of what you see is what you get. And in a short period of time, ODE members found that geometry instead of text is not enough for the export feature. So an alternative mode was added, and export in more PDF friendly way, it's possible to say so. And in this mode, text will be exported as text, and it can be selected, copied, edited in PDF itself. And the same with field or hedged areas will be exported as areas, but not as set of lines or triangles. And if format supports blocks can be exported as PDF blocks as well. It's, as you understand, was a significant improvement. And the third item of this slide, the 2D PDF export, is a flexible export and has a lot of parameters. So PDF export can be investigated in ODE debug sample application, the PDF export dialog, and also detailed description of parameters is available in ODE documentation, and some questions are additionally, especially the frequently asked questions, are additionally described in ODE blog. So these documentation and examples is a useful help and useful materials to create your own PDF export implementations. And a short demo. So as you see, the left side of the screen is the model, and the right side is the PDF export result. Let's move on further. And now let us talk a little bit about the advanced 2D PDF export features. For more information, for more features, please find the following ones. Exporting off or frozen layers from the drawing as off layers in the PDF file. It's also an important thing. as it turns to be based on the requests we get. Creation of linearized PDF files, PDFs that are optimized for web view. Creation archived PDF files, also important, that are intended for long-term archiving procedures. And flexible controlling of watermarks and plot stamps in PDF. And additionally, export geospatial data from the drawing into PDF. So as you see, PDF export is, we can say, quite an excellent utility. But as you understand that PDF export is 2D, while modern CAT and BEAM formats are 3D. So to support it, ODE started the support of the 3D views in PDF format. And to move on with this task of the support of the 3D views, one of the formats for PDF 3D views is PSC format. And in ODE, we have ODE PSC API that provides full support of PSC format. And with the PSC API, members are able to create, modify, load, save, and visualize PSC databases. So additionally, do not forget about the fact that we are talking about the overall ODE ecosystem. Also, ODE provides functionality to convert, to export 3D models from different formats to PSC format. And additionally, ODE provides an ODE PSC APP, a dedicated example, the application to extract from PDF, read, investigate, visualize PSC files. API documentation and developer's guide is available also, so you can learn more about this example and these capabilities. So PSC format itself is complex, and to simplify 3D publishing, ODE developed its 3D PDF export. Don't eliminate the existing learning curve. So let's move to this part, 3D PDF export. 3D PDF export is an extension to 2D PDF export with the ability to create 3D PDF views in the PDF file. It is possible to mark database parts to be exported as 2D geometry or as 3D, so it works similar to selection. And this set of entities should be exported to 3D view number 1, the second set of entities to 3D view 2, and so on. Also, it is possible to export the whole model to a single 3D view, but initially this functionality was designed to generate 2D PDF pages with text, geometry tables, and few 3D views with demo 3D models inside. Please use our existing ODE MFC APP example application and PDF export dialog with enabled PSC support to investigate automated 3D PDF export. Additionally, it's necessary to say that 3D PDF export is a good feature, but as you understand, as soon as you introduce automation, you introduce some limitations, and as those processes are automated, there is no full control over the PDF content. So to improve this situation, ODE provides an ODE Publish API. Before we switch to description of the ODE Publish API, there is a video illustrating export, a demo illustrating export to 3D. So again, in the left part, the original model, and in the right part, this model exported to PDF. As you see, it's an actual 3D view, so it's possible to move, rotate, look at it from different angles. So now let's move on, and as it was said, let's move on with the Publish API. For multifunctional publishing, the SDK provides powerful, but we're confident that it's an easy to use API, and it allows you to create multi-page PDF documents according to your needs with a fully customizable structure. The documents you create can contain 3D model views, 2D drawings and their parts, 2D geometry, text, the images, UI controls, and on the PDF page. And it's also possible to have a JavaScript scenario for animation. Another function that makes the presentation quality of published documentation even better is the already named animation. And there are two main methods to implement animation in the Publish API, using JavaScript, and additionally it's possible to do it using C++ classes. ODE Publish API examples can be found in the examples folder of drawing, CX PDF Publish CMDS, and ODE PDF Publish X. Also, ODE Visualize Viewer application from Visualize SDK and ODE Drawings Debug application have very friendly commands to generate PDF files based on the predefined templates. So we hope that all those examples will be a good starting point for you to create your own application with similar capabilities. And one more demo. Here, again in the left part, the original model, but in the right part, you can see the result of publishing using the Publish API. And you can see not only the models in the model itself in 3D, but additional elements and the UI controls that allow us to switch the views. So that's it, and let's move on. The next block will be dedicated to recent updates, and let's start with the new features in the PSC API. The new features of the PSC API are the following. This year we enhanced PSC creation with full support for PSC geometry compression, and that allows to reduce output file size to up to 6 times. It required almost a complete redesign of the PSC brep compression, and that was done this year. And many compression cases that were not handled before were supported now. Compression capability with Adobe products was also improved, and the quality of brep compression and decompression in PSC was improved. Overall, this allowed us to reduce the output file size, as it was said. Additionally, we enabled this support for importing light sources from U3D into Visualize, and we also enabled support for importing animation from U3D into Visualize. It required the following steps. So the situation is that U3D format can contain animation and lighting sources. Therefore, we have recently implemented support to import this data from U3D to Visualize format. And a demo of what we implemented. As you see right now on your screen, the animation, mentioned animation. So you can create similar things with our toolkits in your application. Next, new features. Again, of the PSC API, one more interesting feature is the visualization support for a reference on topology and OD PSC coordination system and OD PSC line pattern. So a demo for this is also available. So, okay, let's move on further. Next, the new features when talking about the recent updates, the new features in the 2D, 3D PDF export. Export of macOS TrueType fonts has been supported, and actually there are several TrueType font formats, and for years, for quite a long period, ODE SDK provided export fonts to PDF as fonts, not as geometry, only for Windows format fonts. Last year, we implemented the same functionality for macOS fonts that discloses additional opportunities of leveraging ODE on macOS. So this screenshot of the software of the demo application illustrates the results, how it looks. Next item: export of layers from DGN files. And initially, as it was said, ODE SDK provides export of frozen layers from drawings to PDF as of PDF layers. And technically for DGN format this was also available, but last year it got the full featured functionality, including exporting such layers from external referenced drawings and etc. So actually it looks the following way. That is in the original DGN model, the list of layers, and that's what we get in the output PDF. So let's move on to the next update item, and that is the custom bookmarks and thumbnails. So the possibility to set bookmarks, thumbnail names, or use layout names for thumbnails had been added. And the idea is quite simple and straightforward. The idea is to simplify the navigation, and let's look how it looks. So you see we can set the names for the layouts that simplifies the navigation, and in the same way we can set the names to pages. That also facilitates the navigation significantly. Now let's move on further, and the next item, that's a special mode of export for various applications. So PDF export is in ODE SDK can be applied to any format supported with the SDK, and it has the advantage that we can export every drawing we can read. But the idea is that in this case we get some unified workflow, and meanwhile in different softwares from different vendors there may be some specific export features. So now we introduced parameters that allow us in a special mode to customize the export and to make the resulting export similar to the one in the native software of a particular format. So for instance, for MicroStation and for AutoCAD there may be differences in the export results, and now we can consider those differences and adjust the exporting result to look in a similar manner. So on the screenshot you can see export MicroStation and AutoCAD style and the way it looks. So as you see, there are some visible differences. And now new features in the Publish API, the next block of features. We implemented a bunch of new features. So first we implemented a collection functionality for Publish API. It's simply speaking, we enabled the support for creating document collections, and a collection allows you to create a technical data package which allows you to combine in one document a set of different 2D and 3D documents describing the product. It is necessary, for example, to comply with the MIL-STD 31000B standard. Additionally, we added support for hatchings, and support for arbitrary user-created hatchings for field objects has been a required feature that we've added, and the hatchings are implemented by using a PDF tiling pattern object. Next, we added support for hatchings as background for OOD table cells, and we added images as background for OOD table cells as well. As for the first item, for the collections, so we have a demo illustrating this. So you can see the content of the collection, and you are able to switch between the elements of these collections. It may be 2D, it may be model, it may be 3D PDF with some UI controls and etc. So now it is supported and is available, so you can do the same things. That's it, and let's move to the next item, the practical cases. So the enumeration of these features is attractive, but of course it's necessary to understand what value the end users may obtain and what value may be delivered using all those capabilities. And to sum up, and basing on the experience of our members, we can enumerate the following items. First of all, it's a creating of multi-page PDF documents. Next item, combining 2D and 3D documents. That is also an essential feature. Next one, creation of demos and tutorials in PDF. You saw all those possibilities, 3D elements, UI controls, and animation that allow you to create bright and straightforward tutorials. And even customizable animation and interactivity. So simply speaking, you can bring at least a part of CAD or BIM software value to PDF and deliver this value to your end users. As an illustration to these capabilities, a nice looking animated document that may serve as an example, as a demo for what we are able to deliver. As you see, the very scene is moving and the elements on the scene are moving as well. So you can create or deliver something similar. It may be a part of the guide, a part of the tutorial, just a part of the document to illustrate something, to illustrate assembly or disassembly procedures for particular equipment, whatever. So only your imagination may limit the target thing. So that's it with the presentation part. Thank you very much for your attention, and now let us switch to the questions and answers session. Before we switch to questions and answers session, I wish to say that first of all, the video of this presentation will be available later on our YouTube channel. So in case you wish to share, you wish to watch again for some information, it will be available for you. The next point, in your emails, you have the necessary information to book individual meetings in case you do not wish to discuss something right now in public or wish to have some more time to discuss your particular issue, your particular question, or your particular topic in more details. So just use this opportunity to book individual meeting. Looks not that many questions for now, just a general question again that is quite often asked. We deliver our Publish SDK as part of our core package, so that means you can work with Publish SDK with all the other formats that are also part of the core package, like DWG, DXF, DGN, IFC, in case you need to perform publishing from, say, Autodesk Revit or Autodesk Navisworks, you need to also have access to this format-specific SDK. Okay. Any questions? Looks we have new question. Does the multi-page PDF creation allows creation of very big files that could run out of memory if done in one go? Somebody from the team, can you comment on this?
This is the goal of this mode, special mode. First of all, it prevents from loading of all databases at the same moment. So if you have 10 different files, for example, BIM RV files or DWG files, or mix of these files, and you want to publish one file per page, for example, and another file to another page, and so on, you can use this special mode. In this mode, database will be loaded, published, and unloaded from memory. The second database will be loaded, published, and unloaded from memory. So in this case, we will have a memory peak equal to loading of only a single database, and not to the memory required for loading of all 10 databases in the same moment.
Okay, thank you, Alexander. So overall, we have the possibility to prevent running out of memory. Okay, any other questions? So in case you have some questions later on, as it was said, you can book an individual meeting using the information in the email. You can just send your questions to us. We'll also be glad to answer. Okay, let's probably wait a couple of more minutes. Probably some interesting question is still coming. Okay, meanwhile, I'll say that we'll be waiting for you during the next session. In August, we won't have a session, but in September, we'll have also a session. Please follow the schedule of our DevConnect sessions. Okay, one more question. Does the published output consider the visual style? Probably you can be...
I have a question. If you export the shaded view, it means that if you try to export 3D view, it will be exported as picture, as image. And in this case, if you use OpenGL.js rendering device to generate this picture, visual styles will be supported. But in general case, if you use 2D export or 3D export, published not as picture but as geometry, visual styles are not supported yet. We have requests from our members about support of visual styles, and it is support of visual styles is in our future plans.
Okay. We hope this was informative. Any additional questions, please do not hesitate to ask. All the engineers, all areas, PSC, Publish, the general export capabilities. So, okay, if there are no additional questions, let's wrap up for today. We'll be waiting for your applications for individual meetings, and we'll be waiting for your questions as well, because we are confident that you also can make use of the Publish SDK in your solutions, in your applications. So thank you everyone for your time. And looks, no additional questions. And thank you for your time, and goodbye. That's it for today.
Goodbye.